So, everyone into the maze here. Now, there is a calcified fragment in the maze. I can't remember where it is at, though. Yep, two left turns.
If people are watching Loki's view, you can actually follow my camera. I will take you right to it.
If you're watching my view, I'm just going to take you through the maze. Basically, you want to just run straight in. Where are you at? Okay. Look for DJ. So we want to kind of go initially, just keep going straight. Now, one thing to point out is there's pits in here. If you're familiar with Crota's Inn, there's pits. You can tell where the pits are, however, by these little moths. If you see moths flying in the air, there's typically a pit there. A random bit of lore about that is those are death's head moths, and it is said that death's head moths will gather where people have died. So, but once you get that first intersection, you want to hang a left or a right. Here's a pit.
Oh, yeah, all right.
And then at that first pit you come to, you want to hang a left. Oh, and then be very careful, because here's a pit. We jump over, and then we head left again.
For people who are wondering, yes, it's two lefts, and for people who, and when people want to do the chest, it is in the middle of this maze. It's right next to what is called plate number 3.
Yes.
It is up. It's back in the very back right corner when you're facing the wall, tucked away between the rocks.
So at the major intersection I just passed there, I made a right, and you can tell you're going the right direction because you'll see like this fairly lit, foggy hallway. Be very careful. There are random pits here, as you just saw a moth. And when you think you're in the home stretch, right where I'm at right now, there is yet another pit. So this is a really tricky area. If you die, the best thing to do is don't res. Let someone come get you. Because otherwise it will put you somewhere random in the maze or at your most recent point. Okay, so we're going to wait for some folks here. And as Graya likes to point out, if you want to actually, we're not doing the chest tonight. Just because it does require getting people in different locations and trying to have like 4 different perspectives or giving, you know, complicated call-outs. Hang on here. My apologies, I just got a quick message I got to respond to. Yeah, it is. So, all 6 of us gather. You can't pull anyone through. You have to have all 6 people make it. And once you do, you open up Gorgoroth. Welcome to Gorgoroth's Maze. Now...
Lair, not maze.
Or Gorgoroth's Lair, my apologies. Maze was what we just got through. This is a fairly interesting arena, as you can see. We have hallways running down the left and the right. These little bridges, which are going to be important here in a moment. And this large, ominous orb of goo above the pit. That is the start of the fight. You start the fight by shooting it down, which we're not going to do right now. This is also one of the most impressive, next to Oryx, one of the most impressive boss spawns in the game. So we will make sure that we show that on camera here when we start the fight. The way Gorgoroth works, we all shoot down the orb. Gorgoroth emerges from the pit where we see that grenade, and then he starts raging. He starts raging hard, shooting ogre beams everywhere. So all of us we're gonna split into 2 teams of 3, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and we're gonna hide behind cover. And we're going to aim down these hallways, because what's going to happen is by standing over here on the left and the right in these little alcoves using cover, that funnels the enemies down these hallways. And we're going to deal with a wave of Thrall, and I believe about 3 waves of Adepts and Acolytes.
Correct, 3.
Correct, 3. So once we have killed all those ads, typically by just focus firing down the hallway and avoiding their shots, we will then call ammo run. left, ammo run right. In which case everyone very carefully runs down the hallway like I'm doing now, picking up any ammunition. There's sometimes an adept that will make its way out to this bridge. We'll spin around and make sure we kill that adept. The jaywalker, precisely, because he moves real quick. And then everyone will come back to the middle. Again, making sure you're staying in cover. There is no... Don't... If you're not familiar with Gorgoroth's Maze, or Gorgoroth's Lair, and how to get through it, do not be afraid to stop. If you take a bit of damage, tell your team that you need a second. Hide behind cover, regenerate your health, and run. There's a number of times where even I have pig-headedly just decided, like, oh, he can't track me that far, and then I'm dead. So everyone is going to run over to this pillar here on the left and meet up. Right where DJ's at. Now, that is where Mikey, our MVP gaze holder, comes in. Mikey is going to do a very difficult job here on this, in which case, once we summon Gorgoroth, he's going to get 6 orbs, each on these like weird little chandelier things. We're only going to be focused on the one on the front left. Mikey is going to use a heavy machine gun, or whatever heavy weapon or high impact weapon he chooses, to knock down that orb. Then once he knocks down the orb, he's going to switch to a sniper rifle. He's going to aim for the weak spot on Gorgoroth's back, which we will see. It's a white kind of pulsating spot, and he'll shoot it. Once he'll know he shot it because it's a critical hit. Once it says you have captured Gorgoroth's gaze, he will pop a tether on the Gorgoroth and drop down and start giving us the count down from 20. At that point, he will start shooting any of the orbs that Gorgoroth starts firing at him, because Gorgoroth's mean and wants to kill us. What are the 5 of us doing? Well, as soon as he starts working on that orb, one of the Titans, me probably first, because I have a lighthouse on, or glass house, will run down here to this little alcove. And when I land right here on this front step, I'm going to drop a bubble, a Weapons of Light bubble. And everyone's going to funnel down with me into the bubble. And we're going to stand down here, and Gorgoroth's going to rage and fire on us repeatedly. And then once Mike says he has the gaze, and we'll see it, we're going to step into that pool of goo that he knocked down. And we're going to take out our sniper rifles or our high DPS weapons, and we're going to just open up into Gorgoroth's belly. Now, once it gets down to 2 or 3 seconds, the gaze holder, whoever that might be in your team, will then say, get out, get out, get out. And you do want to get out. You don't want to get that extra shot in, because Gorgoroth will immediately go back into blaster mode and start firing down on whoever's shooting him. And then the ads will appear and we repeat. This week, however, is Gorgoroth challenge mode, so that adds an additional step to the challenge. Instead of only Mike taking the gaze, all of us have to take it at least once. So what will happen in this particular mode is, as Mike is giving us a live countdown, when, say I'm number 2, we're going to assign numbers here in a second, but say I'm number 2. When Mike hits 10 seconds or 12 seconds, he says like 12, 11, and when I hear that, I'm going to break away from the team, and I'm going to come over here to this bridge. And then once I see that Gorgoroth, because right where Mike is standing, right there, or where Geek is standing as well, is where Gorgoroth will be aiming. And that gives me a nice clear shot of his back. So I will pop him with a sniper round and take his gaze. At which point, everyone comes jumping out of the pits. Anyone with an odd number, Mikey will be 1, so 1, 3, and 5 will be on the left. Anyone with an even number, like myself, 2, 4, and 6 will be on the right, and the even number of people will come over here to this bridge. Once I have it, I will say 2 has it. When number 3 is in position and they can see Gorgoroth's back, because again he'll be focused on me, they will shoot him in the back, take the gaze, and say 3 has it. We do this very quickly, just passing it back and forth until the 6th person has it, in which case the 6th person will break away from everyone and run around the arena, dodging exploding thrall, hopefully, waiting for the countdown to finish. Everyone else will be doing their best to chuck grenades in the pit, clear out ads, and also maybe shooting some of the poisonous orbs that Gorgoroth will be firing at the 6th person. Once the sixth person sees that the timer is ended and says you have failed to capture Golgoroth's gaze, that person will say reset and everyone goes back to their positions. You have to do this during every damage phase. You can't just do it once. So if we don't take him down in the first round, and we rarely do, I don't think we ever have, then we're going to do it a second time. And if we can't take him down in the second phase, we have to do that whole tag off a third time. But it goes incredibly fast. Again, communication is the key in this particular fight. Make sure you are audibly saying, 1 has it, 2 has it, 3 has it. Well, 1 is always going to have it. You'll know that's damage phase. But make sure you're giving your callouts. And keep non-raid chatter to a minimum. Because you've got to hear that callout. Also, mechanic in Golgoroth that I overlooked. If someone dies, one of those runes will light up on that pillar. Now, in normal mode, you can resurrect your teammates, and that's fine. But once all 6 of those runes are lit, it's an immediate wipe. Golgoroth makes everyone go blind, and everyone pretty much just dies.
The Tablet of Ruin.
The Tablet of Ruin. And there's a lot of lore behind it, but I won't get into that tonight. If you're on hard mode... Well, maybe it's a really long piece of lore. If you're on hard mode, your teammate is dead, and now you suddenly have to do. If it's challenge mode, you just wipe. That is the rule of thumb with challenge modes. Just wipe. If you miss the opportunity to get it right, just wipe. That is very important for War Priest and Gorgoroth. Because you never even well, I think I had it for a second, or I think I didn't grab it before. No, don't chance it. Because once you complete that fight, if you don't get challenge mode, that's locked. You've done it without completing the challenge. So, I think I've explained that pretty well. Do we want to just go ahead and knock this out?
Let's designate numbers.
Okay, so Mike is number
Mikey
1.
DJ 2.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Okay.
Hawks wants 4.
will be 4. I'll take 6.
So that dubs Loki the Benny Hill. We call that the Benny Hill because typically when that part starts, we all hear wackety sax playing in our head. Yeah, that whole thing.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up on YouTube just so I can listen to it while I run with it.
There you go. If I'm number 6, I typically also make fun with it. So we got our evens, we got our odds. Let's fire this up. Let's kill us an ogre. Yep. Oh, this is him spawning. If you've ever played Dark Souls, this is a Dark Souls-esque boss spawn. He comes up and your first thought is, nope, I am going over here. You are kidding me. That is not happening at this point in time. Oh, already some lovely heavy and green ammo. Also make sure you have heavy sense. Yeah, make sure you have weapon sense. A rule of thumb I've always learned from the very first Destiny streams I watched is before you start raiding, meet up with your team or just go to the tower and buy at least 10 of special sense and 10 heavy sense. Minimum. I would even say 15 for this particular raid.
I always have 100 on me. So
oh, and also remember to pop your 3 coins because Golgoroth counts for 3 coins. Alright, so ammo run. We're gonna ammo run now.
DJ?
Yes?
I'm gonna start calling you Skim.
There's a joke behind that I'll explain later, but 3 of coin... No, because I didn't do it right before he died. I just forgot to do it for War Priest.
Yeah, right as we're about to do it in.
DJ is in position. I have weapons. As soon as it's... Okay, DJ's going down.
Oh, come on, dude.
Sorry. A little late.
Yeah, you kinda.
No.
No, you don't.
You don't. There he goes.
There it is.
So we're just going to make sure we're standing in the pool of light.
10,
there it is.
9, 8, 7, 6.
DJ's going here. There's my call.
Eek, why aren't you in the pit?
I got it. I shift to, he shifts his gaze. I take
Someone
it.
needs to get me up. Someone needs to get Loki up.
Someone res Loki, please. 3, if you can take it, please take it.
No, he's down low going for my res.
Okay, someone take... Okay, 4th, if you're in position, please, as soon as it back opens. Okay, great job. 5. A little bit of a hectic start.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, he is.
Did 4 grab it? 4 didn't grab it yet.
4 has it. 5 needs to grab it.
He's... Okay, then...
Just...
Okay, let's wipe.
Because
let's wipe
4 grabbed in the wrong spot.
That's what happened.
Okay.
So, a few things there, just again...
Yes, wipe.
Yeah, just go ahead and wipe. So, a few things there, just to point out. The first mistake was on my part. I waited too long. As soon as Mike started shooting that orb, I should have jumped down into the pit. So the first part on that was me, because Loki jumped down, he died, and then everything kind of got confused. The next part was making sure that when everyone jumps down into the pit, you're going in with them, because they're going to have 5 people pouring damage into Gorgoroth. And then lastly, making sure you're on the right side. Again, these are things that you begin to synchronize with. Don't feel bad because of mistakes. Just be honest with yourself about them. Like, okay, yeah, that was my bad. I didn't jump down into the pit, and that resulted in a death. So now I know as soon as I see that orb starting to get cracks in it, I am down in that pit. So,
Alright, so even numbers need to be on the side where DJ's at right now. And then when it's time to take gaze, the 3 even numbers also should be heading to the bridge where Loki's standing. Because otherwise it becomes increasingly difficult to grab the gaze.
Yeah.
If he's facing you.
Oh, and a geek. This is a part of the I didn't get to yet, but I really should have. Can you switch to Stormcaller? Yeah. The reason I'm having her switch to Stormcaller is because when we get to some later rounds, he gets down to 1/3 of his health, Gorgoroth switches the Hive out for Taken. And that means there's going to be Taken Thrall just swarming in that pit as we're in there doing damage to Gorgoroth, which means a lot of us in the pit are probably going to die. Having a Warlock switch to Stormcaller prevents death in that aspect, because she can then pop on her super, annihilate any of the Thrall that are surrounding us, and we can get our shots in. In which case, then, everyone kind of keeps on living. So, little tip there. So, all right, let's go ahead. Mm-hmm. That is very true. In which case, I could probably switch to mine. Typically, if you're like the first or second Titan down there in the pit with a bubble, Glass House is good because it extends Weapon of Light a little longer without having to disengage. But Helm of Saint 14 is always a solid choice for this particular fight, just because of that reason. So, all right, let's go ahead and take this down Gorgoroth. Let's get this challenge mode done. As we see, we got Loki here, chilling out on top of the coffin.
Yeah.
Got Hawks over here with me.
I'm a Titan. I'm a tank. He's not gonna kill me. Hi, Golgi. Yeah, if you're watching on Loki's perspective, I took 3 hits of his Ogre Beam, and it took over half of my health.
If you're watching from the Safe Gamer's perspective, wow, great job taking out that Jaywalker. Holy cow, we normally never get him. Now, also be very aware that as you're firing down these hallways, again, one of them is going to be an adept. So you really, like, even though you're just blind firing down the hallway, try to prioritize killing the acolytes first, so you don't accidentally turn them into ogres. Okay, I think we're clear. It's ammo run. Ammo run on the left. Or right, I should say. Oh my god. Okay, great, thank you.
You have a bubble, DJ?
I have a bubble. Okay, let us know when you're ready, Mike. Okay, DJ's going down. DJ's going down. Bubble out.
Everyone drop into the bubble.
There we go. Everyone fire. Count.
Second tether.
Ooh. Oh, that's not good.
Retake it.
Yeah, please, before I die.
3.
Geek. She got it.
She's got it.
Woo! Always kind of a, yeah. That was clutch
it.
for me, because I missed that jump. Holy cow. So now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to start chucking grenades. Look at all those guys.
Six has it.
Okay, so 6 has it. As you can see, Loki's running around, so all of us are going to be trying to, like, take down those orbs that are going to be killing him. As you were seeing from my perspective, they slowly poison you. Everyone reset. The orbs will slowly poison you. A very good, if you are a gaze holder, either the primary one, I personally use Red Death, because I'm not really good at dodging them, and killing them actually does proc the Red Death perk, so you get your health back. So this is a great section if you're holding Gorgoroth's Gaze to use Red Death. Alrighty, that was a great round. Let's see what his damage is like. Ooh, I think this is pretty good damage.
Right side adept on the bridge is down.
Oh. Okay, ammo run on right. Left side adapt. He's down.
Down.
Ammo obtained.
Have your bubble again, DJ?
In like, no, yeah. Well, let's let backspace or grab this one. I don't have mine yet. Go ahead, pop it now.
Pop it now.
Great job, great job. We're in the pool. Okay, we got some.
Use your sniper. I was gonna say, use your sniper. Use a sniper.
Count. I got it.
We have taken.
Now, we're seeing Taken now. The thing with Taken is we can do, as soon as that orb of bubble that we've been dropping resets, we can... 3. There you go. Let's see, we got...
Or take it. Got it. 6 has it.
Okay. So from here, we're all just going to try to clear as many ads as possible and wait for that orb right here to respawn. With Taken, it's just a matter of clearing the ads as they appear, because they will appear randomly. And basically just waiting for the next opportunity to get down there. We don't have to be as structured as we were this time.
Ooh. Let number six do an ammo run real quick.
Okay.
Pick up all the ammo in here.
I've got a bubble. Geek, do you got your super? Okay. So wait till the Taken spawn in, and we start doing damage to take him down. Alright? Alright, go down. Good, 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 good. There it goes. Okay, Pikachu mode. 3, take it. Okay. Oh, he is so weak. So we just gotta do one more round.
Okay. 4 has it.
Alright.
6 has it.
Okay. Whew, so as you can see here, Gorgoroth is really weak. The one problem that I will comment on with challenge mode is that if this was normal mode, all 5 of us could stay in that pit and just dump damage on him for the full 20 seconds. However, at 10 seconds, one of us does have to dip out, get the second gaze, so that's an immediate loss of damage. And if you're looking at the damage I'm doing with Black Spindle, that's at least 116,000 points of damage.
Okay. Loki has a bubble.
Yeah.
No, we'll kill him. We'll kill him this round.
Okay, go.
Bubble up.
And he's done. So, this, as you can see, is the drop that gets you armor. You'll get chest pieces, arm pieces, and leg pieces from Gorgoroth. And there is the chest that shows completion challenge mode. You get, from challenge modes, 2 artifacts, well, depending on the mode, you get an artifact of appropriate light level. You get an additional item drop of appropriate item level as well from that chest. So I got a set of arms and I think a set of boots or something. I don't know.
Yeah.